This video has My Hero Academia manga spoilers. Even the title is a little So if you click this and you have no idea what the title is about, or you don't want to get spoiled with new My Hero Academia details, click off. Click off, but also subscribe to the new wealth of new content. Enough of that! One for All is a very useful quirk, as it's something that can be bestowed upon you by someone else. As far as we know, the quirk continues to get stronger and stronger the more it gets passed down due to the strength of the previous holder. So right now, Deku is technically the most powerful One for All user. Is he All Might's level though? Well, not at the moment technically, no, since Deku's body can't output at the same level as All Might's body. However, if Deku had a similar body composition to All Might, you could say that Deku's 100% would be like All Might's 115% or something like that, and that's just being conservative. Deku has a habit of calling out his percentages with full Cowl. He goes from 5% to 8%, has a fake 1,000,000% against Muscular, and recently he hit 20%. However, in the latest chapter of Boku no Hero Academia, Deku goes 100% full Cowl. Now let me get this out of the way first. Is this 100% of Deku's potential power with One for All? No. Deku can't output his max potential power output right now because his body isn't at the place that it needs to be to master One for All and bring out the same kind of power that All Might does. This means that when Deku calls out One for All full Cowl 20%, it actually might be something closer to 10%. When he calls out 100 against Muscular before desperately calling out 1,000,000, it really might just be 15% or so. However, what is One for All full Cowl 100%? Is it a giant exaggeration like the other forms? Well, yes and no. This version of full Cowl is the highest power output that Deku has ever put out. You can tell by his spiky green hair and the lightning coming out of his eyes that spike up to his head and look like All Might's hair that this is different. First of all, Deku's muscles look a little more defined in the very small segments where you can see them. But moreover, the lightning that you can see sparkling off his body is now coming out of his eyes, steaming and surrounding his body, showing you just how much more powerful he's become. So what is this likely? Well, this is likely Deku's actual 25% form as far as potential goes. Now usually, this amount of energy would tear his muscles, break his bones, and destroy his body. So, how has he suddenly mastered using this much energy at once? Well, he hasn't. That's the secret behind One for All 100%. He has Eri on his back, and Eri's quirk, which I explained in my previous video about Deku awakening his quirk, rewinds a person's quirk or body to an earlier state. Eri is on Deku's back, constantly rewinding him, and at the same time, Deku is constantly injuring himself with his new form, so the two form a balance, and Eri basically heals all of Deku's damage as his bones are breaking, making it so he can use this new form with what I'd assume are zero consequences. Is it hacks? Yeah, but is it also a genius way to power up Deku for the finale of this arc without having her rewind him before he got his injuries and being totally cheap? Yes. Either way, next week we're all in for a treat when we see Deku and Eri take on Overhaul. Leave your comments on how you think that'll go, and until next time, bye.